In the studio with me today is Judy Troutman and Dr. Samina Hassan. They are both here to share some information with us about our city, our community, and an event that's taking place later today. Welcome to Community Corner.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the organization that the two of you are a part of, and it's one that, well, actually, I suppose we'll start with the compassionate community and how that came about, because you two are both involved in other organizations, and everything seems to be focusing on the compassionate community.
Mm-hmm. That's right. We started with the Multi-Faith Council of Northwest Ohio with an initiative to join the other cities that are now a collection of global cities that have declared themselves compassionate cities. And we decided to become a candidate, and this is a little over 3 years ago. It's finally going to come to fruition on April 25th, on Friday morning at 10 a.m. at Government Center. The mayor and city council and the Lucas County commissioners will be signing an agreement that we are indeed a compassionate community.
There are criteria that you had to adhere to in order for this to take place, in order for us to be considered a compassionate community. What were some of those, and how did this all come about?
Well, it's a response to the Charter for Compassion, which was drafted in response to Karen Armstrong's TED Wish when she received an award. And Seattle was the first city. It's a fairly self-defining event. It recognizes the compassionate nature that already exists in your community, and it also commits you to a long-range goal, a 10-year goal, to become more compassionate and apply compassionate action to critical issues of the community. And that's what we're kicking off this weekend of April 25th.
As an organization, we have done research, and we presented it in that in the city there are more than 110 organizations which are involved in compassionate work. And the convention hopefully will bring these organizations together and will help in collaboration and networking with each other. And so that even if there is a duplication of an effort to make our community a better, compassionate, livable community, hopefully we'll do a better job once we network and collaborate with each other.
Now, the convention that you mentioned, that's an event. This entire process for the compassionate community is a little bit more than a month-long process. You've got things planned throughout the next 30 or so days for people in our community so they can participate, and you're creating that awareness too. It culminates, one is the convention, and then you've got also the multi-faith banquet as well. First, let's talk about the convention that's coming up at the Seagate Center and what that's about.
Well, we have gathered nearly 100 organizations that will have informational table displays. We're arranging them in pods or villages or sectors according to the critical issues they address. We're hoping that will facilitate an internal conversation in that sector, but we're also opening it up to the public for free. It's Friday afternoon, April 25th, from noon to 8 p.m. at Seagate Convention Center. Admission is free, so everyone is welcome. We will be having also breakout sessions in rooms that are adjacent to Hall C, where the convention displays will be. And these breakout sessions will include a discussion about nutrition and health, a discussion about housing, a discussion about human trafficking, where Teresa Feder is going to lead a panel discussing that issue, a breakout on education, which will be coincident with a youth meet and greet. So we'll have those opportunities to brainstorm together amongst panelists and community about how we can be more effective as we work together.
one of the things that's taking place today to help you kick off this month-long awareness for Compassionate Community is there's a film that will be playing at the Toledo Museum of Art at the Peristyle, and this is free to the community. What is the film, and
The film has been brought to our town as a premiere, and it is produced by Unity Production Foundation, and the name of the movie is Enemy of the Reich. And this is a movie which we are going to be using as a kickoff event towards our convention on April 25th. Please come and join us at the Toledo Art Museum's Peristyle. The movie is being premiered with the help of United Muslims Association of Toledo and is being co-partnered with the Compassionate Community partners, as well as some other organizations which are involved in the compassionate work in this community, namely Toledo Muslim Community Centers, Masjid Saad Foundation, and Masjid of Al-Islam, and of course Multi-Faith Council of Northwest Ohio. But Toledo Museum of Art has joined in as a partner for this event, and they have offered us the Peristyle for that. Islamic Medical Association of North America, Toledo chapter, is also one of the partners, as is NAP, which is North American Arab Petition.
A number of partners, and the director for this film. We'll speak with him a little later on during this interview. We'll have an opportunity to talk to Michael Wolf, and he'll share some information with us about that, as well as the Compassionate Community. When we talk about the Compassionate Community, Toledo has always been a very giving city when it comes to things like United Way, other charity organizations that are out there. People will give. What else can we do to be compassionate? It's not always about the treasure. What else is there that would help make Toledo a compassionate community?
Well, the actual meaning of compassion is a lot heavier duty than often people realize. It means feeling with the other. And it's a bit like empathy, but it goes a little more deeply. It's feeling another's pain so deeply that you're motivated to compassionate action. Compassion isn't just a noun, it's also a verb. You have to get in there and do something. So writing a check is nice, it's certainly helpful, but it's not enough. And I think we need to educate ourselves about critical issues in the community and then apply some direct action together in order to resolve them.
Now, the convention will take place, again, that's Friday, April 25th. What time does that get underway? There's the actual proclamation that will take place first
at Government Center. We'll be having a signing ceremony with the mayor and city council and Lucas County commissioners who have already passed resolutions in favor of Compassionate Community. They'll be doing a signing ceremony and press conference. There'll be a reception for them at Government Center. That starts at 10 o'clock on April 25th morning. And then the action moves over to Seagate at noon, and it runs from noon to 8 so that it will accommodate people's schedules. If they have to work, they can come later after work. If they happen to be available earlier in the afternoon, there'll be plenty to do and plenty to see. I think it's a call to action for our community. We think this is a movement that needs to involve not just organizations, not just government, but individual citizens as they take seriously using compassion as a strategy to improve their community. And a rebranding. We talk about rebranding Toledo because we get a bad rap sometimes, and I love Toledo. I truly, genuinely love Toledo. I don't think we tell our story very well. And so this is an opportunity for us to lift up a positive story about how the citizens of Toledo do band together and help one another, and how people who come to this community as new members of our community feel welcomed. And I think this is a story that is helpful in rebranding our community.
You lift up people in our community as well. Friday at the Seagate Center is the convention, but then on Sunday, April 27th, you have the Multi-Faith Council of Northwest Ohio banquet.
Yes. And the banquet has taken place for the last 11 years, Judy?
This will be the 13th.
13th year. And we have started designation of the local community members who are involved in a lot of compassionate work. And we have been very successful in preceding some of the more famous awards in town to recognize these heroes. And we have a hero plaque, which we have been doing for the last 3 years. And in fact, we need a house for that plaque.
Yes.
And hopefully, once the Compassionate City designation takes place, hopefully we will find a house for that plaque. And Judy can tell more about it.
Yes, we have this has been my favorite part of the lead up to this designation. I have so enjoyed sharing the stories of these true heroes. I think we need heroes in our community that deserve to have that designation as a hero. So often, especially for our young people, they find heroes that are rather dubious, and I like celebrating people that are truly dedicating their lives towards helping others. And so this has been a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful plaque, and we're in discussion with where it might be housed in Lucas County Commissioners area or someplace at Government Center if possible. We will have it on display at the convention, and it will also be on display at the banquet when we award our 2014 heroes.
Those heroes, when we talk about heroes, is there a fair representation for all age groups? Is it because so many of our young people who are doing marvelous work, and not because they want to be recognized as a hero, but because it's the thing to do.
Yes. We have the young lady, Hannah. We were just talking about her, and she was one of our youngest recipients of the Compassionate Heroes. We have multi-ethnic representation. We also have multi-faith representation. So we have women who are represented, and we have men of all ages, of course, women of all ages, although they don't grow more than 29 years old.
Well, and Hannah actually started the concept of Hannah's Socks when she was 4 years old. And
How old is Hannah now?
I think she's 11 or 12. A wonderful family, and we're pleased to lift up stories like that.
Is the banquet open to the community? Is that something people can attend? Can they get tickets for that?
It is. You need to reserve, and the link for reservations is now open on multifaithcouncil.org, multifaithcouncil.org. And the price for tickets, early bird rate is $24, and there are reductions for younger attendees.
So we've covered a lot this morning, all the different things that are taking place. And then again on Friday the 25th, the convention gets underway at what time? Noon?
At noon until 8 p.m.
And then on Sunday, the 27th of April, it's the banquet, and people can go to the website for more information on that. And again, the website is
multifaithcouncil.org, and the price for adults is $24 if you hurry, and there are reduced prices for children.
Dr. Samina Hassan and Judy Troutman, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this segment of Community Corner.